And the thing about it, right? You got good set against evil. You see what I'm saying? And we're trying to bring the light back to our people. The light is God's laws. Like I was asking the brother earlier, right? I'm going to show you real quick. Read this first.
Ecclesiastic chapter 33 verse 14.
Come on.
Good is set against evil.
Guess what? It's no evil playing field. It's either you good or you evil. It's one against the other, right? Ain't no gray area, right? Read.
And life against death.
Either you gonna live or you gonna die. You see what I'm saying, right? Read.
So is the godly against the sinner.
So is the godly against the sinner, right? Now, what is a sinner? Because you don't want to be that sinner, you want to be that godly. What's a sinner?
We ain't doing godly.
All right.
We ain't going down that path. We ain't trying to do right.
Let's get the definition for him. 1 John. I'm gonna show you because the Bible explains itself, right? Now, you know about what we teach somewhat? Okay, now, what we teach, we come straight out the Bible. We're not the Christian church. We don't give you something that just make you feel good, right? Because that's the church do. They make you feel good, so you put money in that plate. You see what I'm saying? But change don't have evolved. What we want our people to change. They mind to change, because once you change your mind, the action is going to follow.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Because the way a man thinketh, so is he. You see what I'm saying? Now, I want to show you what sin is, all right? Because that's a small word with a big meaning. That could be the difference from life and death.
Bring it out.
Now, I'm not talking about dying on earth. I'm talking about everlasting life or everlasting death, right? This could make the whole difference between that, right? Read that.
1 John chapter 3 verse 4.
Come on.
Whosoever committed sin transgress also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
So sin is the breaking of God's laws. Alright? Now, God gave us a lot of laws in this Bible to govern ourselves, right? But the Christian church, they don't teach that. Alright? Right now we are a lawless people, right? Because think about it, right? With all this snow and stuff going on, you barely can drive, a lot of jobs shutting down. How is it still murder and shooting crime happening in Savannah? How is it in the midst of all this foolishness? People barely can drive, they barely can get the snow off their window. You barely can walk down the street without busting your behind on some ice. How the hell is murder still happening and shooting and stuff? Huh?
That's I couldn't tell you.
Because we are lawless people. Alright, we don't have order and we don't have God's laws. But in order for change to happen, that's what's got to happen. We got to get them laws in us. And it starts with our mind first. Watch this. Give me Romans 12. Romans 12 and verse 2. Alright, and that's our agenda, right? As we learned, because once upon a time, we didn't grow up in this stuff. Somebody taught it to us, and then we applied it, we changed, and now we come out to teach our people. That's how this go. Alright? And this is the greatest thing that can ever happen to our people in our community. You see what I'm saying? Watch this, read that.
Romans chapter 12 verse 2.
Come on.
And be not conformed to the world, to this world.
Because this world is sinful. There's nothing good in it. Alright? You got Christmas. You celebrate Christmas? Is it biblical? You can't find nowhere in the Bible where God says celebrate Christmas. That's of the world. You see what I'm saying? You got homosexuality, right, that they passed under Obama, that you can gay marriage. Is that biblical? That's against the Bible. And guess what that creates? That creates more diseases and genocide of a race.
Right.
Why? Because you cannot procreate.
That's right.
God told us to be fruitful and multiply. Alright? Don't be negligent as far as fornicating, unwedded sex. No, you're supposed to get married. Alright? And then that's when you have kids. Right? And then you teach your kids the same thing. And that helps fix the community. But right now, because the church say, come as you are. Come as you are. Just believe. Ain't no change is being preached in the church. But God said we got to change. All right? We can't be of this world. We got to come out the Christian church, come out of all these doctrines, Islam, Buddhism, 5%ers. We got to come out of all that. We got to come back to God. Get up out the world. That's all garbage.
That's right.
Read.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
You got to change your mind. You got to put stuff in there that God say do. All right? Thou shalt not kill. Would that help the crime rate in Savannah? What about in Chicago? What about in Atlanta? What about in Miami? That'll help the crime rate in all our communities if our people applied that. You see what I'm saying? Marriage is honorable, right? Would that stop the single-parent households? Huh? It will. Because guess what? Newsflash, something bad is coming to single-parent households. All them independent women with the independent mind, something bad is coming to them. All right? They don't need no man and this, that 4B movement. You heard of that 4B movement? You heard of that? When all the sisters talking about they not going to mess with the man for nothing. Guess what? When stuff turn up out here in these last days, they're going to be wishing they had a man to protect them.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Alright, when that intruder knock on that door, they're gonna be wishing, hey, they had a husband next to them to protect them. Alright, but guess what? America pushed that single parent household on them from all the way from the 60s. Alright, from when they started giving us welfare and food stamps. All that was by design to get the man out the house. Alright? All that's by design, but God said marriage is honorable. Alright, the woman, she should always be up under her man.
That's right.
A woman cannot operate in society without a man leading her.
That's right.
Why? Because she operates out of emotions. You see what I'm saying? Finish that verse. Go ahead.
He may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
Finish this verse real quick. Finish this verse. Go ahead. Read that again.
Sorry.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
So you change your mind, right? Come on.
That ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
So when you start to change your mind, now you got to prove what is perfect and acceptable and what is the will of God. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Everything got to be aligned to what God said, not what we say. You understand? Proverbs 3 and verse 5, and I know he got to go. Because sometimes we think in our mind, okay, we doing good, but our mind is desperately wicked. So we got to see what God say. Sometimes we, like, for example, perverts, people who like touching little kids, they think nothing wrong with that. But God say God got laws against that. Somebody who smoke weed, they think just because they smoke weed, they think it comes from the earth, from the herbs and all this old stuff. But God say you need to be sober as a man. When you put that weed in your system, guess what you're doing? You alternate the way you think. A lot of people that smoke weed, guess what they do? They get lazy. They get, you know what I mean? A lot of stuff they won't do because they smoke, they'll put it off. You know what I mean? All right, well, go ahead, read that.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart.
So let's say trust in the Lord with all our mind. Our heart is our mind. All right, this organ that pumps blood, nothing comes from it. It just pumps blood. Your heart is your mind. He said, trust in the Lord with all our mind. Come on.
And lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy way, acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path.
He said, acknowledge the Lord in all your ways, and he shall direct thy path. All right? But how are you going to find those ways? You got to seek out the book of the Lord and read.
Yes.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.